Businessman based in United Kingdom.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have listened to a bit of music, and I have a reason for entertaining us and informing us and educating us with this music from the great republic called Arondizuogu. I'll read my response to the music, and I said, listen carefully. I'm still wondering why some who should know better mislead themselves and others with the falsehood that Ordinana is the name of the Igbo religion culture. Ordinana is not the name of the Igbo religion and culture. It's not the name of the Igbo civilization. It is a misnomer. Listen to this song again. It says, they said Omenana, and they had no objective. They were simply recounting what every Igbo should know, what every Igbo knows to be the name of the Igbo religion, culture, and civilization. Omenana. I will play a little bit of music again. Nganga kaiji emeno omenana. Religion is something you do. No Igbo can pronounce Aine Ordinana, but Igbos would say Aine me omenana. Because what does omenana mean? In English language, it means things you do in the land. Ordinana would mean things on the land. But omenana, nganga kaiji eme omenana. Eme is do. Omenana, things to do in the land. I have a reason for bringing this up. And it ties together with a lot of things I want to talk about today. For more than 20 years, I've done nothing beside constant reminding the Igbo people, this is who we are. And I would say, any civilization in the world which is not revived dies off. What I'm doing vis-a-vis the Igbos is not unique to just myself and the Igbo people. The Christians engage in revival, the Muslims engage in revival, the English people engage in revival. Everybody in the world who wants to live till tomorrow engages in revival. And that is what I'm doing. I'm constantly telling the Igbo people, this is who we are. And I'll get to why this revival is extremely important. Today, these past few days have been extremely good. Why do I say they have been extremely good? Apart from getting this information, which is vital again to telling the Igbo people that your religion and culture, your civilization is not Ordinana. It is Omenana. I had a conversation with Yehonatan Elazar, the Mota, Dr. Hakham, the head of Obadiah Alliance, the group that Omenana Defenders, the group I'm his Secretary General, interacts when we want to look at commonalities or positions of the Jewish community. So Obadiah Alliance is our first port of call when we want to look at matters pertaining to the Jews. As far as religion is concerned, we had a very fruitful discussion very recently. And then, another matter that made me happy. I listened to one of the founding fathers of Nollywood, Kanayo O, Kanayo. And the kind of things I hear from him make me happy. He is proud of Omenana. But there's a missing link. Kanayo O, Kanayo. And his friends, they did a wonderful thing for Nigeria. They did a wonderful thing for Africa. They could do a lot of good for the Igbo people if they know the source of Omenana. And I'm not sure that they know the source of Omenana. I'll tell you what they did. Through their film called Living in Bondage, they gave Nigeria a home video industry. Before Living in Bondage, Nigeria did not have a home video industry. Get me right, some Nigerians had been doing films. Hubert Ogunde worked even up to Hollywood. He was Yoruba. Peter Doshie was one of those that participated in the dramatization, not really dramatization, but putting up the great things fall apart in making it into a story, a video story. But these were not home videos. If you are talking about Nollywood, making films, you must talk about Living in Bondage. And this Kanayo O, Kanayo was one of those youngsters. I watched that film in Lagos. He was one of those that sat down together and gave Nigeria this industry that is rated number 3 in the world. After Hollywood, Bollywood, you have Nollywood. And of late, I became interested in what he has to say. And some of the things he has said make me happy. But tragically, it's not easy for Igbos to reach Igbos again. Our hero, Chinua Achebe, prophesied or predicted that what has come in between us has placed barriers between the Igbo people. Between every two Igbo, there is a barrier today. But I need to have a conversation with Kanayo O, Kanayo. If he understands the true source of Omenana, the force that produced Omenana, and the force that Omenana produced, what he will do for the Igbo people, what he will still do for the world, will be very little compared to what they will still do. Because what we are looking for are enough Igbos that will accept wholeheartedly the hard fact, the truth of Omenana, that it is Israel's oldest culture, religion, and civilization. In doubt, go to Deuteronomy 6:1. Listen to God himself. God told or tells the people of Israel, because it is a continuous command from him. It is a continuous statement from him. After the great man of God, Moses, had heard from God and relayed everything he heard to Lord Chukwu, he carefully said, speaking for God, These are the things you will do in the land. Translate, these are the things you will do in the land, to English. Menana. These are the things unu ga-eme n'ana. Ife a ka unu ga-eme n'ana. These are the things you will do in the land. Some people may think that this is a chance comment, that this is just a coincidence. Well, take a look at the video, the short film produced by another stalwart, another valorous man of Israel, Yehonatan, where he got another man of valor from Israel. When I say Israel now, I mean the people Israel. People like me, Daniel Lees, who spent 3 weeks in Igbo land and Nigeria, where he got this anthropologist extraordinary, extremely talented anthropologist, where he got Daniel Lees stating in language that everybody in the world could understand. He said that circumcision of males means nothing, can prove nothing, cannot really prove that a group came from Israel. But he said that Igbo circumcision of males is a different matter altogether. Why is it a different matter altogether? This anthropologist, this Daniel Lees, who took one of the most powerful PhDs I have seen, said that while circumcision is not something unique, because according to him, many people's circumcised males, he said the Igbo circumcision is different because, like the Israelite circumcision, it is on the 8th day, and it was mentioned in the first source about the Igbos. You know what first source means? One of the earliest documents in writing about the Igbos. This was not Olaudah Equiano's work. This was something produced hundreds of years before Olaudah Equiano. And am I happy that we have to go to all this length to prove that the Igbo people are lineal descendants of the Israelites? Certainly not. Why am I not so happy? My father, Joseph Ilona, he would have been 104 years now, was circumcised on the 8th day. His father, Ezofido, Ilona himself, was circumcised on the 8th day. My grandfather, Izanezu, was circumcised on the 8th day. I was circumcised on the 8th day. The 3 figures I mentioned were circumcised before Christianity came near to Igbo land. And it really doesn't make me happy. Reading some of the things or hearing some of the things that scholars have said about the Igbos. Some have said that all this started after the missionaries came. Are they jokers? The missionaries did not know. They called the Israelite practices they found in Omenana, they called them pagan. No missionary in the world knew about traditions like mourning the dead, mourning the living who committed abominations when they are still alive. Till date, Igbos do it. A Jew suffered that fate in New York. I repeat what I said. One of the greatest sacrileges I've heard from anybody is that the missionaries taught the Igbos to do Israelite traditions. The missionaries did not know about Israelite traditions. So am I so happy that it is sources that will validate what my great-grandfather Ezanezu did. But well, where you find yourself is where everything you are, have placed you. The Igbos have found themselves in a situation where they have to prove that they are Igbos. But most don't know this. I said Igbos have found themselves in a situation where they have to prove they are Igbos, because Igbo simply means Hebrew in the contemporary language of the Igbos. Hebrew is the English version of Igbo. Well, I had a very fruitful conversation with Dr. Hakham, Yehonatan Elazar Mota. In time, you will all know what we discussed. Thank you.